Got a Star Trek Next Gen MPU driver board as well as the DCS soundboard. So starting off with the MPU, had a little bit of alkaline corrosion, also a little bit here on the back side of the board as well, which I can't really flip that around at the moment. But we did have two ICs there within that section, as well as a couple of resistors that needed to be replaced. Replaced the power input filter cap, as well as installed a 4.2 7-volt watchdog here on the MPU, installed NV RAM, and replaced the power input header. And here on the driver board, we went ahead and recapped. We did C5, C4, and C2, and replaced the power out header, the general illumination in, the 2 GI out, and actually over here on the lamp columns, these first two pins were not soldered to the board. It's very, very bizarre. Not sure if somebody was drunk that day at the factory or what. But anyways, we replaced the two AC input headers as well as the ground input, and not to mention the 12 volt input there on the driver board, and then also on the soundboard just did a standard recap. So we've replaced the two 10,000 UF snap cap capacitors, good lord, replaced the 100 UF, as well as we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 1 UF capacitors there on the soundboard. And so let's go ahead and get this thing into test. And just the standards of not being in a pinball machine, so the left and right launcher we're not going to be able to find home here. Obviously, being on my bench, it's not connected to a left or right launcher. So we'll just let those go through. And so entering into test here. First test, we're going to go through the switches. So just moving through diagonally, testing both rows and columns here. And also the coin door switches. Correctly. And moving into solenoid test. And then the gun motors there, which are going to stick on for a little bit longer since they are motors. And here's the GI test. Just testing each strand individually here, and then the last two here together. And that is perfect. And sound and music.
Welcome to the Enterprise. We could destroy the asteroids in our path, sir.
I believe they have evil intentions. Shoot again.
The Forge here.
Someday you'll learn to play pinball.
Q, we don't have time for your games.
You are an honorable player.
Resistance is futile.
Hurry up. Activate it.
Fire photon torpedoes.
And all sounds are working correctly. And actually, let's do lamps and flashers together. And that is all correct. And that is actually the end of the test. That's my DMD controller there on my bench. So, but we are 100% good to go. Thank you so much.